Okay, interesting, very interesting. Have a look at this. Now, I think Platy's up in Japan at the moment, and I'm talking about Chris Platt, VK5CP, and Chris, an old mate of mine for years and years and years, and he's just posted this photo, which prompted me to quickly go and have a look. We've all been wondering, probably worried a bit too about the price, wondering about the new X60, and I think Chris might have nailed it here. That the 7760 is going to be the 60th anniversary Icom radio with a 200 watt output on it, and looks very much like a 7610 that's been, a next level. Now, let's have a look. If we go over to here, to the market screener, and this is a good page for things that are being, as you know, you guys, I play crypto and a bit of market share stuff as well. So of course, I just sort of thought I'd have a look at the Icom pricing, and it's up 1.75% today. And have a look why. Well, maybe not why. Could be a lot of reasons. But let's have a look. The new IC7760, a new innovative shack-style full control head with separate RF deck. That didn't look like it in the picture, did it? The separate RF deck. When we go back over here, I mean, that looks like a 7610, which I can't even show the 7610 at the moment. It's full of rubbish over there. I was going to say, just as a comparison for size, but I think size-wise, it may be a little longer. I don't know. You'd have to check the measurements. Anyway, but certainly, I don't know about the separate RF deck they're talking about here. I look, it may well have. They're planned to be out by November 2024, so we'll have to get one ordered up. I'm hoping we can still buy them through Ross, to be honest. We'll see how we go. But it is will come with a 60th anniversary logo plate. So, with its first 200 units shipped. Okay, so want to be fast, guys. Actually, I'll send some info to Ross today, because we'd like to secure one of those. I've always loved buying, like with the IC7850, this is number 119 and 150, so if we can get, wouldn't it be good to get 119 of 200? Anyway, but talks a lot here about the touchscreen functions, etc., which you didn't get with the 7850, to be very honest, and that was always something that Kenwood sort of had over over Icom, with their 990, with the touchscreen. Although the touchscreen was, pretty average on a 990, I've still got a 990 here, and look, I love it, but it's back in the box at the moment, just for the fact that I haven't got the space to put it, and if we buy more like this, we're starting to run out of space. So 7760 offers a new innovative shack style combining 200 watts of high output. Yep. So that's going to be interesting, because that's obviously running a similar PA stage, probably updated a bit with what they're talking about, their IMD, etc. here, to something that was made, like the 7850 was 2016, was it? 15, 16, somewhere around there. I think we bought these. So this is becoming a relatively older radio now, not that I'll ever sell it, but they're just, it's amazing how time flies. So the 200 watts is going to, be interesting for a few people. What do they say here? Definitely saying there's a controller and RF deck. So obviously they're heading towards something like the 7610, where especially they're saying gigabit Ethernet's recommended. So it looks like there's going to be no add-on extras to it, as far as needing to buy, say, the Yaesu LAN box, etc., which is annoying. You spend that much for a radio, still got to spend $500 to connect it to the internet. It's crazy. Icom have been doing this for a while now. They've been doing this free of charge with the 7610, etc., which as I run mine as a remote station, and very simple to do that. Now this will be very similar, just judging by what I'm looking through. So anyway, this is just a short message, because we know very, very little about this so far, but certainly unless we get a big surprise tomorrow, this looks like this could be what it is that we're talking about as the release. I know there was I'm trying to think whether the release was Sunday. It might even be Saturday. It might have been today. So maybe that's what just happened. It's just, it could have just been released. But look, what got me prompted to be looking, I'll go back to it, is Chris Platt's photo. And look, that really does look great. And I certainly will be ordering one. No question about that. Price expectations, I reckon it'll be $5 to $6 grand based. Well, it has to be, doesn't it? Based on the price of a 7600 currently, this has got to be over, possibly over $6. I would love to have a play with one and certainly get one in. So I don't really have any sort of worries about the price as far as I think, unless they put it out at $9,999 or something stupid like that, which is that makes for a very different decision. Of course, you'd really want to know a lot more technically about this radio before you sort of. And when I say technically, I'd want to know more about it. Why I'm buying this over, say, the 7610. But if this radio came out and it was around that $6 to $7 grand, I'm going to call it $6 to $7. I reckon it's going to price somewhere retail $6,000 to $7,000. I could be high on that. I don't think so though. I think they kill their 7610 market, but maybe that's the whole idea. The 7760 is here to kill the 7610. Who knows? We may see a barrage of 7610s on the market very soon. Bob, you might have done the right thing, 7RX, selling your 7610 last week. You had a good 10 years service out of that radio, mate, and I think you were right to sell it in the fact that with the 7760 coming out, and I know that wasn't your reason, but by the same token, I think very smart move, mate. And Bob was here just last week, staying the night, then went down to the Bendigo Hamfest, and it was good to catch up with him. Anyway, this is just a very short promo. We'll get more information on this, and we'll I'll certainly order one, so you'll be able to see one live on our channel at some stage. They're saying, hang on, when did they say? I think it was later this year. November 2024. Okay, so about November 2024 you can expect to start seeing them coming out of Japan. So possibly December for us. We might see these for Christmas. Maybe this is my Christmas present, and it's going to be interesting. And how's that? You go to the Icom share page, and and you find out about their releases. It was just a bit of a fluky thing that it came up on. So anyway, all right, all good. Hopefully this has sort of excited you a little bit. Okay, sorry, has it excited me? I thought it might have been a blockbuster radio. I thought it might have been the big, let's do another $20,000 radio for now, and I would have bought that too. I absolutely would have. If it was the 7860, who knows? They could be playing games with us. This could be just the start of it. Who knows? Is there a 7860 coming out tomorrow? That will be interesting. You don't know. Anyway, I don't know, because the guys up in Japan, they're up there. Phil, if you get any information on this, VK3MB, if you get any information while you're up there in Japan, certainly send it down to us, and we'll get onto our YouTube channel. But to all the boys up there in Japan, Brenton, Phil, and certainly Chris. And Chris, great for dropping this photo. This is, and I can only assume you're up there. I wasn't sure if you're up there or not, mate, to be honest. But certainly great for dropping that photo, because that's an eye opener. And yes, is there any more radios with a veil over them that needs to be lifted yet? That's probably the question. Maybe you guys can come back to us, and you never know. Phil, Brendan, Chris, have a great time in Japan. All right, guys, 73s. Hopefully we'll get more on this radio very, very soon. Cheers, guys.